Hey guys, Modsy here, and today we're finally going to do part 2 of the Retro 99 build. I've finally managed to get it all together. I think you guys are going to enjoy the final outcome of this. I ended up going about this video a little bit differently than what I was intending to do. I was going to go back and go through some of the performance numbers of the system when it was just at its bare sort of level, but I was running into a lot of issues with drivers and some of the games and stuff I wanted to play to sort of test it out hadn't actually arrived by the time I wanted to film this. In fact, I'm actually still waiting for one of them to arrive right now. So I decided to kind of change up how I wanted to do this second part of it and just sort of get to the point of this build and show you guys what you guys want to see, which is pretty much the final product. And long story short, the TNT2, while a really good card for what it is, couldn't touch what I wanted to do in terms of the amount of performance I wanted out of a PCI card for that system. And so for that reason, I ended up going for this card here, which I'm going to be teasing for the next few seconds until you can probably work out what it is. It's a Voodoo 3. It's a Voodoo 3 2000 PCI, so 16 meg of VRAM. Really nice video card. I managed to pick this thing up in really good condition for an absolute bargain. I say bargain, but it still was probably expensive a little bit, for retro parts. But it was definitely around the asking price of what Voodoos are at the moment, because I did buy it at the moment, so it was a little bit. But to be honest, as a video card for a full-time system that I'm going to be using, not just sitting on my shelf for a collection, I was more than happy to pay the asking price, considering how good of a condition it was in as well. And the seller guaranteed that it was working, which was really good as well. So what I'm going to do is let some music play now, and I'm going to start building the system for you with a bit of B-roll and a bit of music, and show you along the way. And this video isn't probably going to quite end the way that you think it might. In a way, kind of. Have I made it obscure enough yet? Sorry. Anyway, let's get to the building process. Hello there. You are probably wondering right now why the footage of the build process cut off rather abruptly. Well, that's because halfway through building this system, when I was originally planning to build this, I kind of changed philosophy a little bit. When I build a system for myself that is a long-term system, whether it be my main system, a retro system like my Project Nalu, or this new system that I've just built, I absolutely wanted to customize it. I wanted to have a system that is quintessentially matches the theme and what I would have done back in the day, given, if I had the ability to customize a PC back then. Now, I do know that some of the parts that I've used in this build that you're about to see are not completely 1999. Some of them are newer than that, like the case. But I'm kind of making the best of what I've got here, because I got that case really cheap, and I didn't want to start with a beige box. I wanted to go with a nice black case, and I think you guys might agree that the case that I ended up going with it kind of fits the build, to be honest. So, you guys can't be thinking, well, that can't be it. what was the big surprise that I was teasing in the first part of this video, or the first part to this video, which come out last week? Well, this is what the final build actually turned out to be, and I think you guys might agree. I think you might like this. I hope you do anyway. I really like it. I spent a bit of time researching all the parts and stuff and thinking about putting this together. So here's the montage of what the final build actually looks like. Well, that's pretty much the build. I'm going to be doing part 3 covering all of the games and going into details a little bit more about the final configuration of the hardware in part 3, because there's a few reasons why I changed a couple of pieces right at the last minute while I was building it and sort of playing around with it a bit and testing. So I'm going to go, this video's been long enough, so I don't want to keep you any more than what I already have. But stay tuned for that. It's going to be all talking about all the different games, some of the DOS games and the new modern games like 99 games and things like that I'm playing on it. And yeah. But look, if you're wondering why I went with such a crazy system, like modified it, and I say modified, but customized it in a way that I did, one thing I guess you should know a little bit about me behind the scenes side of things is how I got my nickname Modsy. When I got my first PC that I bought with my own money, my Athlon XP 1800 Plus, I mean, I modified that system weeks after owning it. I was cutting holes in it to add fans. I was like I sprayed a huge Biohazard logo on the back side of the side panel. I've been modifying every single PC I've ever owned since the early 2000s. And in fact, whenever I built a system for a friend or a family, one of the things I always do for them or for whoever is I will always customize it or modify it in a way to make it unique or to fit the needs that that person wants. So for instance, adding custom lighting, custom fans, doing something to it that doesn't make it look off the shelf and store-bought. And that's one thing that I do find a little bit perplexing when people go back and build these retro machines, is so many of them just look like they've gone into a store and picked something up off the shelf. And I guess for some that does bring back that nostalgic, that's what I had as a family PC, or that was the PC that I had back then. That's cool, but for someone like me, I need to make it look unique. I need to make it stand out. I need to make it look like it really is like crazily overpowered, or not overpowered, but like highly modified, like you do when you own a car. You know, some people like to go out and buy a car and just drive it as it is out of the showroom. Some people go and buy a brand new car and then they completely modify it and spend more than the value of the car on just doing the car up, whether it be for engine or for looks or for whatever. And I'm kind of the same. In fact, I did that to my first car. But anyway, but that's why I end up going down this route. Is this system fits in with my other 3 systems that I've got in here with that Biohazard UV green and purple feel. That's why it turned out the way that it did. I wanted all of my main systems throughout all of the retro ones in my main system to match. So that's why it looks the way it does. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys liked the kind of, I guess, the weird camera angles and the filming that I did of this, and the Quake 2 music in the background. At this stage of recording this, I'm not sure what the final edit will be, because I'm still editing at the moment. In fact, I'm recording this while halfway through already editing the footage. I decided to go back and redo the outro. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.